Trends Today.
Trends Today.
Trends Today.
This is Trends Today.
Everything hot, top of mind, and fresh. From current affairs to social issues and the world of entertainment.
This is Trends Today.
Be ready.
And this festive season, it is giving the best in entertainment on DSTV. It is giving live soccer on Super Sports in crystal clear HD. No need to miss out on all the leagues and cups during the season. So come on, dial star 759 hash to reconnect or stay connected today and be part of all the enjoyment this season. Again, dial star 759 hash. DSTV is your home of entertainment. Good afternoon and welcome, Esi.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
We still have the election 2024.
Yeah, you mentioned that it will trend till 7th January. So it's still trending.
It's the only thing I don't like about what's going on is all the reports of looting and destruction and whatnot. And it's interesting and it's funny because I've seen videos surfacing also of what happened in 2016 when the NPP won power. Yeah. Similar as what is happening now. People were taking over state property, destroying property here and there, and all that. And some of the comments that came from the politicians during that time, it's the same thing that we are repeating now. It's like, we never learned from these things. And that for me is quite worrying because we want to move on from this. We say we're growing in our democracy. We've been able to change government. This will be the fourth time. And why are we still doing these things? I mean, you remember back in the day when we change government and party foot soldiers would take over KVIPs and all that, like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, So the leaders of the political parties, they've got a lot of work to do. But there's always going to be that finger pointing and accusations and counter accusations. But you also did that, and you also did that. We can never grow from there. For me, that it has to end. It has to end. But beyond that, of course, there's going to be a lot of news coming in.
Yeah. So since you started with that, President-elect John Dramani Mahama has called for an end to the disorderliness that is happening after the election. So he posted a video on his socials that he's received certain reports about post-election violence and then destruction of state properties and state institutions. He's calling for an end to it, to everything that is happening. Yes, join us live on Facebook, PLUZZ 899 FM. Let's watch that video.
My brothers and sisters, I come before you tonight as your president-elect to again express my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support in Saturday's election. This is a moment of hope, unity, and opportunity for our great nation. However, I must address a matter of urgent importance tonight. Transitions from one administration to another create the impression of a vacuum of power, and certain people are easily compelled to act in their own parochial interest instead of the national interest. I've received reports of attacks on state offices and installations. While it's unclear who is behind these attacks, I condemn them in no uncertain terms. These acts must cease immediately. As I said during my post-declaration speech, I urge the youth not to vent their frustration in criminal enterprise. Instead, they must channel their anger and frustration into the positive enterprise of resetting and rebuilding our beloved nation. I urge all our citizens to remain calm and avoid actions that could harm our institutions and our democracy. We have fought hard for change, and now is the time to demonstrate our commitment to rebuilding the Ghana we want through unity and understanding. Because state power is still in the hands of the present administration, I call on the President and the security agencies to act decisively to curb the ongoing acts of lawlessness immediately. My brothers and sisters,
so that's President-elect John Mahama calling on everyone and those involved in the post-election behavior to end it. And he also called on President Akufo-Addo, since he's still in government, to at least send a message so that all these things happening will stop.
Yeah, and I like what you said, because sometimes it feels like when you are going through this period, it's like nobody is in charge. But there's still people in charge. I mean, we still have a government in place. We still have the heads of institutions. We have the security services. You know, but I don't know. I don't know why these things fester, because we should see people able to execute their roles. But anyway, there are some who also say, for instance, that if maybe the police arrest some of these people who are said to be, say, NDC members, then when the NDC comes to power from 7 January, they might victimize these people. So that everybody then looks on. But it's not right.
Yeah, because today the Deputy Communications Officer for the NDC, Malik Basintali, was on TV3, and then he actually mentioned that he was told that some people were going to the Tema Harbor to cause some distraction, so he had to drive all the way, all the way there on his motor all the way there, when then realized that none of them were NDC members. So he was like, which people are actually doing these things? Yes, the NDC is saying, the NPP is saying is the NDC, the NDC is saying is the NPP. So the president actually has to say something so that all these things.
It's actually an opportune time for miscreants, to get involved, because I mean, it's like all play or be a yebi. So then you hear that, it's NDC people, but you go there, maybe, just maybe, they are just some criminal guys. They are not necessarily affiliated to any political party, and that's why I'm saying that the state institutions should be seen to be working. The security agencies should be seen to be working, so that if you have criminals, coming through under the cover of MPP or NDC or whichever other political party, they are dealt with. We can't allow people to just have a field day like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Still on elections, the outgoing Minister of Works and House and an MP elect for WASSCE Ayuribi, Kojo Nkrumah, has described the NPP's landslide defeat in the just ended elections as a result of gross dissatisfaction from party supporters and citizens over the management of internal politics and the country's affairs at large. So in a recent interview, he described the defeat as just like I said, a gross dissatisfaction from the party supporters and also citizens at large. Join us live. Let's listen to what outgoing MP for Works and Housing had to say.
For the apathy?
Well, the people told us quite clearly what is accounting for the apathy. There were people who were available in the towns, the villages, some even at the polling stations in my constituency and in other constituencies, who told us clearly, we won't vote. We won't vote. Some, for example, will say, unless you give us money. Some will say we won't vote because we are angry. We won't vote because we are disappointed. And they explained what their issues were. Some of the issues that have led to this apathy or this level of apathy have to do with how we have managed our party and some of the processes that we've gone through in the party, which leave the general party support base feeling angry. For example, when there are primaries and it's a small electoral college and there's a lot of incentives to delegates to vote for a particular candidate, it leaves the broader community angry. For example, there are those who told us that they were not pleased with the conduct of some senior government officials or some political actors, how we have carried ourselves about, at various instances. And they therefore sought to send us a message and to punish us for that. There are those who explain that the cost of living crisis is so severe. And though they hear the explanations about the why, they voted for us as a government to fix it. And they are not impressed with how, much effort we have made in fixing it. And therefore, this is their verdict. And then there were those who told us that they were just, displeased about how we had handled major governance issues, like delivering on major projects or focusing on projects which they thought were totally unimportant, or responding to accusations of nepotism and corruption, etc. So they provided a lot of reasons. What we need to do
for the apathy.
Yes, so that was MP-elect for WASSCE IUP constituency, Kojo Nkrumah. Yes, and he had a lot to say about his party not winning the elections, and I mean, it is true though. So yeah, I'm sure they've learned their lessons.
Are you sure? Politicians never learn their lessons. Yeah, you wait. We'll be here next 4 years. We'll talk about the same things.
The same things again.
Talk about the same things.
Yeah. You know, the West African Examination Council hasn't released the WASSCE results.
Oh, really? These days, I'm not able to follow because their school calendar has changed. It keeps changing. Not that it has changed. It keeps changing. So these days, I have to find out. I've got a nephew who is in SHS. I always have to find out from my brother if he's in school or he's on vacation or which year he's in. I don't even know. I'm thinking he's in the final. I'm thinking he probably wrote the WASSCE. I don't know.
You need to call and ask. You need to call and ask.
Yeah, so they've not released the results.
Yes, so apparently they've announced that it is awaiting the release of an outstanding balance of 118 million cedis from the Ministry of Education. Yes, to complete post-West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination activities. Yes, so yeah. So according to WAEC, the 2024 WASSCE for school candidates commenced on August 5th, 2024, and successfully concluded on September 20th. The marking of essay and practical components, which began on November 7th, was actually completed on November 29, 2024. However, the council revealed in a statement signed by its head of public affairs, John Kapi, that the scanning of objective cards, originally scheduled to run from November 1st to November 30th, has been delayed due to a breakdown of scanning equipment. Yes, so they've expressed its commitment to resolving the delays and called on the Ministry of Education to expedite the release of funds so that they can ensure the timely completion of the examination process. So they are done with the essay and practical components, but the scanning of objective cards, they have an issue with their scanning equipment. So probably they need the money to fix it. Yes, so they are calling on the Ministry of Education to release a fund so that they can actually deal with that. Yes, because at this point the transition process has started.
Results
They should release it early. Yes, talking about education, Gifty Dede Anohiatekpe, a young student, has been trending because she's been crowned a valedictorian who graduated with a CGPA of 4.0 from UCC. Yes. So
that's brilliant.
Yes. So Miss Gifty, who was crowned as valedictorian, graduated with a CGPA of 4.0 to become the overall best graduating student of the College of Education Studies, UCC. So UCC's graduation started today. I don't know if it's going to run for like 2 days because normally my friends tell me that there are lots. So
yeah, it depends on I think it depends on the number that they have. So sometimes it's for like 2 or 3 days. These days they do it in either departments or schools or stuff like that. When we're in school, they would just do one congregation because the numbers were not that huge. But now you can't congregate all of them at one place, so they will do it either by schools or departments or whatever. So it can run for like 3 days or so.
Yeah, so she's been trending on social media. Congratulations to her. You know, yesterday we spoke about those who have reacted to the elections, and Criss Waddle was part of them. So actually, after he wrote his long statement on social media, a social media user asked him that, as we did talk, why you talk some? That was then, as people were talking about what we are going through in the hands of the government and the economic hardships and all. He said that with all due respect, them beat Honorable Sam George before and nothing happened. A whole honorable, then you did say, why didn't I speak long ago? Now I be coward. If I didn't stay coward, like by now I die long time. 8 years military rule.
Oh no, it wasn't military rule.
Oh,
it wasn't.
It was a military. This one was
democracy.
military rule.
It was democracy. Just that there were things that you didn't have the freedom to do. But the thing they talk might be true. The way they beat Sam George, they beat them, but that one said we not go anywhere. No, not go anywhere. Maybe that one did some commission and things come inside. They beat them free. Now into in government camp, I don't know if we'll go find the boys and go beat them some.
Yeah, so we have that video of Honorable Sam George. Join us, let's watch that video.
This is so wrong on every score, but no matter how long it takes, we will fight. This is so wrong. You killed a man in his own house. His own house. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys. In his own house. In his own house. Be careful. You killed a man in his own house. That's fine. I should what? I should what? I
They power not go anywhere.
Very, very serious. Now, Prince David Osei is in the trends. He's been in the trends for a while now, since the NDC was declared winners of the election. So, he posted something on social media, and then a social media user came to respond, and then he came out to talk about how even a drunkard has been elected president. Yes.
Referring to John Mahama?
Yes, that's what the NDC were saying. Yes, so he has come out to apologize. He posted a statement to apologize, and then he was also interviewed. So, according to him, he left his phone to his cousins after he congratulated the new government. So they were the ones who responded to the attacks under his posts. Yes, and then he's apologized. Yes, so this is the statement live on our Facebook. You want to be president with this level of foolishness and stupidity. Then he said, even drunkard you voted for. Then he added an insult, sense why Jimmy. That was like a lot. Yes, from the person, and then
so
from him.
This was posted by Prince David Osei.
Yes,
but he's now saying that he didn't post that.
Yes.
He left his phones with his cousins and friends.
Yeah, his cousins, and they were the ones that were responding to these people. He wasn't the one that responded.
But if I don't stand for this, I don't know any cousin of mine who can pick my accounts and make such a post. Because when they do that, they are representing me.
Yes.
And they know what I stand for, what I do not stand for.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So for me, that's lame. It's lame. He should accept responsibility. If he wants to apologize, he can apologize. But you say that because you're not even naming anybody, you are saying it was your cousins.
Yeah.
So which of your cousins posted that and didn't have the presence of mind to think that you would be furious if you saw that particular post? I mean, that's lame from him. He's posted it. He feels sorry now. Fine. He can apologize for his actions instead of shifting blame to some invincible cousins that we don't know.
So he's even said that he apologizes if his words during the campaign offended anyone from NDC. We were all focused on winning, but now let's move forward and live in peace. God bless Ghana.
That apology won't accept it.
Okay.
No. Anybody who said nonsense during the campaign period, knowingly, these people say a lot of nonsense, and then they come back and say that under the guise of what political campaign. Well, you can't say nonsense because you are campaigning. You get it. You can't insult because you're campaigning. If you do so, then you need to own it. You need to own it that this is me. I'm someone to go about insulting elderly people and whatnot. Don't come and say, oh, but you know that one was a political campaign. So you can say anything on a political campaign. No. For me, it doesn't make any sense. This is who you are. You go about insulting people. And if today you've seen the light and you are sorry, I'm saying that own it and come and apologize. Don't say, oh, it wasn't me, somebody did it. Don't say, oh, you know it was a political campaign. This is who you are. You understand? Today in WASSCE, and then say a Christ to me or so if you've changed but if you can't own it, my principle, if you deliberately do something against me, you can't apologize to me because I'm not going to accept it. I don't know, oh, I do a better but you've done it. You've done it. Then then you come and apologize. So the hurt that I felt when you did that, can you take it back? You can't take it back. So don't come and apologize. Go your way. Wow, go and take it and go.
Yeah, but some function. Yes, more function. Yeah, same ban ni nyabo trek akane de achiche almost yeah. You know, outgoing MP for Ablekuma North or West, Ablekuma West, yes. Esi Kwentsiwaa, her office was also ransacked, involving all this post-election violence. And then incoming MP Kwame A+ wrote something shocking on social media. So he says that Esi Kwentsiwaa could very well be behind the alleged attacks on her office and residence. It wouldn't be surprising if it were a ploy to tarnish the NDC's image and gain sympathy. If after serving as Minister of Communications for 8 years, her office and residence still lack CCTV cameras, it speaks volumes around the kind of associate President Akufo-Addo worked with. More focused on theatrics than substance. Yes, she's capable. It is possible. So that is what he has to say about outgoing MP Esi Kwentsiwaa, and people have been reacting to it.
People.
Yes, anything is possible. Yeah. Yes, anything is possible. So that is what he had to say about the whole Esi Kwentsiwaa's office that has been destroyed. Now to my final story, Sarkodie has unleashed a captivating new single dubbed No Sir. No Sir. And then the video he posted or released on social media today looks very, very beautiful. Had skits maker Ben South from Kumasi, and also one of the ladies who has a lot of body. I always forget her name. Yes, in that particular video. Yeah, so they entered a restaurant. He was there. Then he was like, this lady that you've gone to take with this whole package, can you manage something like that? Then the guy responds with no say. He sings, the guy responds. I'm sure DJ Sleek will drop that song so we get to hear it. Yes, so Sarkodie is out with a new one that I think you should check out because it's actually a very beautiful song. No Say. Yes.
Is he going to release a political banger too? People have been calling.
You know, when I actually posted our I posted our artwork on my status about Sarkodie releasing a new one. A friend I know is with the NPP said this song there, he released it because the NDC won the election.
Oh, really?
I'm like, why are you people like that? Can't he release his songs in peace?
You know, the thing about Sarkodie is, you know, because previously he's released a song that he's waded into political conversation. So it's like now, if there's anything political happening, people expect him to release some song, you know, whether in support or speaking against it. But I think for now, maybe he's learned his lesson and he's going to stay away from it. But I mean, he's a rapper. You expect that at some point in the future, he probably will drop a few bars based on political activities going on in the country.
So shouts to Sarkodie for releasing that new song.
Okay.
That will be all for Trends.
All right. Thank you very much, Esi Kwentsiwaa.
You're welcome.
With the Trends here on the Drive with the Area.